Okay. Hi, Leo. It has been a while, and it is your turn for your long form reading. Now, I have to let you know that I'm really excited to actually bring the Big Mama deck out, which is here, and we're going to do some clarifiers. I know from the long form readings from the previous ones we've done, it seems like it's been about next steps. I'm not sure if that's what's going to show up here, or if it's going to give you the direction that you're actually looking at if you are trying to decide on what your next step is. But I can promise you that over the past 3 or 4 signs that I've done, it has been looking at what the next steps are. For you newbies, welcome to Deploy Underground Tarot. I'm T. Here's my hands. You are welcome here. And for you Deploy heads, thank you for liking and subscribing and following the channel. Some of you guys have been around since day one, so I'm always very grateful to have you here. So I'm excited to do this long form reading. Most of you guys like it because I get to go in deep. It's not just the typical 8 to 10 minute monthlies that I do. All right. So Leo, if you're ready, here we go. Okay. Very good. So first, I would like to bring the Big Mama deck out. And we'll take 3 cards from there, and then we'll do a small pyramid, and we'll dig in. We'll dig in to see what's actually going on here. So let's see what Yaya has for you. Yaya, please provide a long form reading for Leo. We need 3 cards, Yaya. Long form reading for Leo. Stand your ground. I'll read them out and I'll show you. Don't worry. I'll get them out first. Stand your ground. Give me 2 more, Yaya, please. 2 more. 2 more. I wonder what that's about, huh? Strength. This one popped out while I was cleansing the card. Strength. Don't worry, I'll show you. I'm gonna get them out. 1 more, Yaya, from the messenger deck. Now, these are messages from the spirit realm, or for someone who wants to get in contact with you. Ooh, you know what? Serenity. And at the bottom of the deck, just ask. At the bottom of the deck, just ask. I mean, you really can't pass that up. You really can't pass that up, okay? There is something going on here, Leo, that you need to reconnect to, okay? Excuse me. I'm not quite sure why you feel disconnected from that energy, but this is definitely moving you towards reconnecting to this form of, I want to say, mental state. Something that you used to be in the pattern of, and that it has deblocked you, or it has been blocked because of other things. But in it, it is saying you have the ultimate right to make the decision. Now, the first card you have from the Big Mama deck is Stand Your Ground. Okay? Stand your ground. Some of you guys, I'm hearing you feel this card intensely, but a lot of it has to do with connecting to nature as well. Okay? Leo, yes, you are the decision maker in many situations, and you are a gross manipulator as well. It's one of your powers. You are the creator of the zodiac. You are the sun. However, there are times when you must take a look at what is actually going on before you make that decision, okay? Stand your ground. And then it's also saying that there is strength. Oof. You know what I think, Leo? I think that your reading has to do with you deciding on next steps too. I'm going to call this the next steps long form readings because you also are looking at what is this next step that's happening. And I feel like you feel like it chose you, and it's not something that you automatically would have chosen right away, I'm getting. And that's why strength is coming into play. And then at the end of that, lucky you, lucky you, lucky you, my friend. Lucky you. You got that serenity card. It's going to bring you into a space in which you find that everything you have asked for has possibly always been right there, waiting for you. waiting for you. However, standing your ground is a form of empowerment, okay? It's not the ego, okay? And there are moments when you need to stand your ground, and then there are moments when you must understand empowerment may come from compromise, okay? And then with the strength energy, you must understand that your strength comes from connecting all three, your mind, body, and soul. I love this last line. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength, with power, with a sense of humility. I think you really have to focus on the humility part of it. I'm not sure why I'm getting that. You really have to focus on the humility part of that strength that's coming through. And then the last card, Serenity, is really about bringing all of those pieces together to find a sense of balance and to move that which you have planned forward. Okay? This one's going to be a funny one because I can already see the Leo being like, okay, wait. So, do I or don't I give this situation a proper think? Well, what I see here is that we're going to discover this, okay? So your question is, do I or don't I give this situation a proper think? It seems like you've already made your decision here. Let's go ahead. I'm interested to see what's happening here, but I think it's going to get a little funny in here. All right? Let's go, Yaya. All right, here we go. All right, for Leo, for Leo. Tell me where we're going to start off first. Tell me where it's starting, and then we'll go out from there with 2 cards and then 3 cards. Thank you. Oh, man. Okay, 2 of Swords. Okay, tell me where we're going. I trust you. Tell me where we're going. 2 cards. Oh, 1. Give me 1 more for that, Leo. 2. Okay. You. All right, 10 of Pentacles and 8 of Cups. Before we move forward, let's take those last 3 so we understand. Hey, the next step may involve a little bit of change for you where you have to actually say something that you just feel. Maybe it's about I'm feeling from your own emotional connection. It may not be something that you can logic this time, Leo. Okay? It may be something that is an emotional connection where you discover that, okay, this is not good for me or this is good for me. Okay? Let's see. Whoops. Here we go. 9 of Swords. That just flipped the whole thing. Why? Give me those 2 more, please. Why? 9 of Swords. Why? Give me 2 more, please. That's 1 message coming through. There's something coming. You're going to discover something here that is actually going to, decide it for you. Why does it say that? No. Be specific. Yeah, you're not happy with, you aren't okay with it. This whole thing is about you just not being okay with it. Part of it is about you walking away. The other part of it is about you living in a completion in which is not yours. And at the bottom of the deck, we have that, my light is really brutal. Maybe I should soften it a bit. At the bottom of the deck, we have that 10 of Swords there by the 4 of Wands. Okay? 4 of Wands. And the Star card. You're confusing me. Are you confused, Leo? Are you confused? And you're trying to project that onto something that involves, let's be precise, that involves the opposite. It's like you're going in the opposite direction of your victory. And then all of a sudden, this new thing comes in, and you're like, hold on, I need to make sure I take a look at the Page of Wands energy. And the Page of Wands energy is, excuse my French, but it's a motherfucker. It's like a new program, a new plan, a creative idea, something new that came in, and now you are processing your new project or creative idea. Now, I'm going to read this right side as you moving into this creative idea after deciding that your Ten of Pentacles may be full enough, okay? Your Ten of Pentacles may be full enough. Hold on. I'm going to get a little bit clearer here. Hold on one second. Yeah, see? And a lot of my Leos have been getting this. A lot of my Leos have been getting this. It's the Tower card. You know, a few of you Leos, I talk to you on the phone. I do readings for you, right? We've been getting this. Now, the Tower card is one of my favorite cards. It is an upheaval. It is change. You know, in some aspects, it can say ruin or disgrace, but I really find it as another great transformer. A great way of looking at something in a whole other perspective in which you decide to stand your ground. In which you decide where you're moving forward with whatever this creative idea is. I don't know what it is yet, but we're going to get into that, okay? Let's get into that. So, before we look at that, justice at the bottom. This is coming through as a karmic justice for you. Ask yourself, Leo, specifically, when was the last time you did something for yourself? I don't know what that means. Let's keep going. Yeah. Here we go. Queen of Cups energy. When was the last time, Leo? When was the last time you did something for yourself, my friend? Not for anybody else, but to actually justify Page of Cups energy. Ooh. To justify that you want something new. You want to learn something new. This is also luck for me. There is a reason why you're standing your ground. It is really about that something was forced upon you in a way, okay? Or you forced something upon yourself because you're a Leo. Okay, you're a Leo. You forced something upon yourself. That means you took something into consideration in which it caused you to demand clarity. And I'm going to go ahead and say that, you know, it may have felt like, oh, a new... Well, Pentacles is a new job, new raise, new promotion, investment, new income. But then I feel like on the same aspect, it made you recognize, oh, that's in reverse, but even in reverse, it made you recognize that maybe there is something that you have to put your boundaries around in order to what? Yeah, in order to be able to communicate what your success looks like. What does your success look like, Leo? Wow. Okay? That's why we have the stand. That's why we have the... I see why. I'm going to grab the Light Seers deck for this one. I see. That's why we have your stand your ground. Really cool, really beautiful energy now, because now we're moving into why. We know why you have to stand your ground. That's why it takes you strength to make this decision, because I feel like you've already made it, but you're trying to bring serenity, hello, into this process so that it's ready for you to focus on whatever this project is that you're working on. I'm not sure what project it is. Ooh, voila. 3 cards. 3 cards, my friend. 3 cards, and it's the Strength card again, the 5 of Swords, and once again, the 8 of Cups. You can't make this up. That's clarifying your stand your ground. No, Leo, you're not walking away from it. No, you're not going to be a 5 of Swords energy. 5 of Swords energy is really about, let's say that it may feel like this is being taken away from you, but in an aspect, it's not. The Strength card is pushing you, saying that there is a possibility that once you decide that, hey, this is what I want for now, that you can move into your strength, that you discover your strength. For some reason, I feel like you feel pressured. And it's never good when a Leo feels pressured. Does this have something to do with the situation of the heart? Let's clarify that strength. 1. Give me 3. Give me 3. 2. Yeah. You know what? I think that in a way it really comes off as you over dramatizing the situation. And I love it because Leos, we love you. You know it, we love you. You're the best. You're the coolest. You're the funnest, right? You are the star. You and Aquarius. However, when it's time for you to make a decision, you often have a ability to push that off onto other people to make the decision for you because you're so busy having fun. Now, if you're one of those really, really, really highly evolved Leos, I'm going to say that the Strength card comes into play to show you that you may need to take a step back from this decision, and after you make the decision, to just let it be. Let it rest. Rest in your strength, Leo. Rest in your strength, Leo. There's nothing wrong with that. Once you make that decision, there is nothing wrong with just being like, and I'm not going to talk about it for a bit. Why? Because you found, after you had the conversation, after you decided whatever it is, Leo, and you know what it is, I don't, you know what it is, you don't want to have the conversation anymore. You're like, I'm actually in a world of serenity. That's how we get to serenity here. That's actually how we get to serenity here, Leo. No joke. It's really about you not over dramatizing it, making a decision and saying that's what it is, moving forward and just keeping it quiet. Like, that's it. That's what it is. And you're being boss. You're being the boss. That's what it is. And you move into your serenity because the serenity is showing us, okay, look, hold on. The truth is you are having a good time in your life. I'll say it again. You are actually having a really good time in your life right now. For real, if you are, just put in the comment section, I'm having a great time in my life. It's just that I have to make this decision. T, you are correct. T, you are correct. My life is good. But this decision is forcing me to be. Don't take offense to this, okay? Every sign has their shadow side or their dark side, okay? Don't take offense to what I'm saying. But what's happening is it's moving you into this kind of nesting. Like, I made my decision. I don't want to talk about it because it makes me feel uncomfortable that I made the decision. And I really did not want to make this decision. I wanted someone else to decide for me, right? I wanted someone else to decide for me. Sorry, I have to, my camera sometimes goes on and off here, and I'm like, hey, don't go off on the long form reading. We actually love you. Look, the truth is that Leo, you made the decision, but you kind of put your tail in between your legs after it. It was like when someone says yes, maybe, and it's like, wait, was that a yes or was that a maybe? Because I'm not sure what you want. You wanted to please this situation because you're happy, but the truth is, your serenity is now. You made the decision, quiet it down, because you're going to discover, I bet you're going to discover something on this half that you're moving into. Because that's why that decision actually gave you this, you know? When you made that decision, you did feel like, oh man, a part of me is in this kind of, Nine of Swords can be catchy because it can be close to nightmares or anxiety or grief or depression, but not necessarily. It's just saying that you have moved forward from something after you made that decision. 8 of Wands. Okay? That's it. When you combine the 3 cards, it's saying that you made your decision to move into something creative. And your life is happy, actually. I don't see anything here going, well, it's like, no, you just had to make a very big decision again. Now, your serenity on this other side is saying you're moving into something that is mysterious, that is new, that actually may even keep you excited with this kind of shadow energy where you're like, I don't know what's going on here, but something's going on. But we have to make sure that after the strength, you understand you're moving into serenity. Now, what does serenity look like, y'all? Give me 3 cards for Leo. Wow, this is actually quite beautiful. In the beginning, I was like, what is going on? You got 3 cards perfectly. oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, if that's not positions of power, next chapter, you move. And actually, can I just be honest? I just said and because I'm really excited for you. Actually, you got the Wheel of Fortune here. You got the 10 of Pentacles here. And you got the Devil card. You are putting organization around something in which you know success has already been laid. You know your next chapter is about this next world of peace and serenity, but you ain't afraid, you're not afraid to do the work. You ain't. You're like, let's go. This is why I love the Devil card in this in the Light Seers, because it's not the scary devil from the, hold on, let me get this correctly. It's not the scary devil card from the Rider-Waite Tarot. It's not that. He's offering you something. You see? Yeah, there's something mysterious there. There's something that you're looking at, but you're like, what is that? Why is that? And you're not walking away from it. You're considering it to be your next chapter. On the Serenity card, right there. You are considering this to be your next chapter. So that's where all this energy comes from, standing your ground, finding strength in that, because you discover your serenity in a new form. The bottom of the deck. This card is not just about love, huh? It's a Gemini card. It's about togetherness. It's about having and being on the same page, but being different as well. Now, it could be about love for those of you guys who are looking at a new mate or looking at a new version of your partnership or involved in a new version of a partnership. The Lover's card is not as simple as just romance. It really plays into a large role of how the tarot depicts and explains not only the pathway of the Fool, who's the first card, but the route through the Magician, the Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, and then the Lover's card, number 6. Partnership. For those of you guys looking at your current relationship, deep love. Your love gets deeper. A choice and the strength of two together. So for those of you guys who are in a very comfortable relationship and you're like, I'm happy, T, nothing's going on. I'm very happy with what's going on. We just had to have this conversation. Or for those of you guys who are in new business relationships, or for those of you guys who are thinking about adding something on in addition to whatever you're doing, it is saying deepness, profound deepness is coming from that. Why? Because you took the opportunity to drop what is painful, to drop what you felt, what needed to be decided, and you wanted to move forward from that. Man, Leo. When Leo does a deep reflection, it comes through, right? It comes through. It's not something simple. It will shift all of humanity. It will shed light into a situation in which Leo probably wasn't even aware that it had to make this decision. Okay? Now let's get into the nice stuff here. Now that you made that decision, where do you go? Now what's in the future for you? You made that decision, right? I'm not going to use light seers. I'm not going to use this tarot. I'm actually going to use the French tarot deck that I have. Yeah. I'm not going to use the light seers for that. Maybe I'll clarify a little bit with this one here. Let's do the French tarot. Yo. All right, here we go. Ooh. Let's clarify, yeah. Now it's getting fun. Your future is here. Your future is here. You made the decision. Now let's move in from that serenity and see what we have in store for you. You made the decision, okay? All right, can you give me some energy off of that I'm getting good vibes, I don't know why. Off of that 2 of Swords, please. What do you got? Sorry, it takes me a while with the French deck. It's a different card. Transformation. It's a different kind of paper, so it's a little bit heavier. Transformation. Okay. We got transformation. 3 cards. Yeah, you're ready to work. Once again, you're ready to work. You have already transformed. Leo, you have already transformed into what you need. And it's a perfect fit. Now that 7 of Pentacles does let me know that you do see growth in this relationship, this partnership, this new project, this new thing that you decided on. You do see it. You see it clearly. Transformation with the transformation with the death card. That's a transformation you're not coming back from. It's happened, you start working on it, and your new chapter took off. So this is nothing new. I think you're well aware of it, that you decided to focus on your 10 of Pentacles and move it into the 8 of Cups. So 10 of Pentacles, we all know 10 of Pentacles is leaving a legacy. It's retirement. It's inheritance. It's leaving something in which you created and bestowing that onto the world. Now, the beautiful thing is it's combined with that 8 of Cups energy. 8 of Cups is one of my favorite cards too because I like to withdraw from situations. After I've decided, I'm like, I'm just going to withdraw. That's what I decided. That's what that 8 of Cups is doing. I decided my 10 of Pentacles is here. Unfortunately, all my other projects are on hold. I need to focus on my current project right now, which is my Eight of Cups. Withdrawal, retreat, moving on. You can even say that it's abandonment. But abandonment may be from something that just wasn't working, right? Dude, if it wasn't working, it wasn't working, right, Leo? You're just like, hey, it wasn't working, so I'm not going to deal with it anymore because I'm really excited about this. Okay? And we know you, Leo. It takes you guys some time. Even though you're the king of the jungle, it does take you time to sit into that. We know that on the shadow side, you can be a coward, right? Just like every sign has a good and bad part of it. But when you decide this creative thing, because it's telling me you decided to move forward and look at this mysterious thing, whatever this mysterious thing is. The future is promising. Yeah, look at that. 10 of Pentacles on a 10 of Pentacles. Give me two more. That's crazy. Your next step looks beautiful, by the way. Your next step looks like you already know. It's almost like you already know. Hold on. Thank you. And one more. Yep. That's that 10 of Swords. And oh my God. I gotta go for a walk on that one. Sorry, I gotta go for a walk. I've never had this happen before. I think I have about 530 videos up on YouTube. And I've never, ever had the 3 10s pop out that way. You got the 10 of Pentacles right here, the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. That's to clarify your 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups movement. It's saying move away. Move away. It's dead. That the old you is gone. That's why you had to stand your ground. You're like, actually, that was my plan, but that's not my plan anymore. And let's move on to serenity. Ooh, Leo, that is so beautiful. And let's move on to serenity. I'm not going to, Leo, I'm not going to, that was my plan in the past, but that's not my plan now. And it may change, but right now I need to focus on this thing. Like, what is this thing, Leo? Ooh. I've never had that happen before. 10, 10, 10. To clarify the 10 of Pentacles. Come on, guys. You know you have to learn the cards to be like, that's fucking crazy. What you have come into is yours, Leo. It's yours. It's always belonged to you. Whatever happened in the past, that happened in the past, Leo. Whatever your plan was, it shifted. Let's say that was your next chapter. You're like, oh, hold on. My plan kind of shifted, but I'm happy with what happened. But my plan kind of went like this. Leo, life is never linear. It's never that way. And for those people who it is that way, they have a boring life most of the time. Let's be honest. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that's boring. Nothing is planned in life. And if you have control of your life that much, you're a megalomaniac and you're a psychotic person. But for those creatives, for those living their life, for those who know that life is a journey, you know, the 10-10-10 is saying, hey, boom, we moved you into the space in which you are properly positioned for a universal reason. And that's why, you know, hey, that's why, Leo, that had to end. Okay? That's why you had to stand your ground and decide on what you had to decide on. I don't know what you decided on. I don't know. The cards are telling me you know, and you put an end to it. Once you put an end to it, something came in really quickly. There was a message, something came in. As soon as you said no, or I don't know, or no, and move on to that, the message comes in clearly from the universe. That eight, people actually, you know what this card, the Eight of Wands, people actually play it so low. They play it like it is such a menial card, but it is one of the most powerful messages you will receive in the tarot. You feel me? I'll tell you right now. Eight of Wands. In the Rider Waite tarot, the definition of the Eight of Wands, the original tarot, Eight of Wands comes to you so fast. Like it's almost like you make the decision and boom, something happens universally. Boom. And you're like, what the well, I just said no, and that can okay, don't second guess that message. Eight of Wands is an action. So fast. Think of like the Indians, you know, how they would use bow and arrows to protect themselves, how fast. Even those who had some of the colonial people were trying to overtake the Americas, let's say, couldn't even fight them with guns because they were trying to pack their guns with gunpowder. But the Indians had so many arrows. Imagine that's how quick that message comes into you once you made that decision, Leo. It is waiting for you. Now, it's quick change. That's why I think you had to stand your ground because it came in so quick. You're like, oh shit, oh wait. I got to do this. Got to let this person know. I actually have to prepare this and this and this before I can do this. But no, it came in and it transitioned your life. Last thing, Eight of Wands, beyond that quick change, is news arrives. After you get through that stupid Nine of Swords energy. You know what I'm saying? The anxiety, the depression about making that decision. As soon as you make that decision, you're like, holy shit. Something comes in and you're like, wait. But don't disregard the spirit. So many people disregard the spirit and then they go to church. And you're like, what do you think that is? That's the spirit. So many people disregard messages that are universal and then they go and do a dance to the stars. And you're like, what do you think that is? That's the spirit. So many people disregard the connection with their own soul group, in which, let's say, you think of a person, they call you, or they text you, and you go, whoa, and you're like, that's the spirit. Human beings have been trained to disregard our own powers. And this is why I love this Eight of Wands. It reminds you that regardless of any technology, anything they develop, anything, that we have it built in us to keep it going through change, through messages that are at the speed of light. Now, look, we're almost done here. That's why you had to stand your ground. We're almost done here. It's like I'm getting you pumped up. I feel like I'm getting you pumped up, okay? We're already standing here, Leo. I'm getting you pumped up. I'm not really good at this, but I'm more of like the chill, calm guy. But when I try to pump people up, they're like, why is this chill guy trying to pump people up? It looks weird. But look, we're already trying to pump you up here. But you already pumped. If you know what I'm saying. And the good thing is, the reason why you're already pumped is one is you're Leo. Everybody loves you. I can't think of one Leo that I did not absolutely adore. Even if they were like annoying, I was like, I love this person. Now you get into your energy. You're getting into your page energy. Now remember, page is your energy. It's the lower grade of the noble house for you, the royal house. It's just starting off. It's not the queen, it's not the knight, it's not the king. However, the page of wands energy is fire. It's you. It's Sagittarius. It is Aries. It's you guys recognizing your power, your strength, your direction. Now, the beautiful thing is, in the Rider-Waite Tarot, the story is it's an active kid. You know, a kid who can't stop moving, right? Just can't stop moving. Hold on one second. My camera, once again, because it's a long form reading. I want to make sure. Voila. Make sure that my camera's on. Thank you. It's, you know, this kind of active kid who you're like, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. And, you know, it just doesn't listen because he has so much energy. This is what energy is coming to you through, and it's also a new project or a creative idea. This is what's coming through to you. It's about time. But the lovely thing I love about this bottom row here, your foundation, is as soon as you drop the darkness, the light comes in. Poof! Yeah, look at that. 9 of Cups. There's that 9. Say, hey, 9 of Cups. There's that 9. Sorry, 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. What is this? Yeah. All right. You don't understand why it all happened. You really haven't processed why. And I don't think you're actually going to know why it all happened for a long time. You just know that you had to respond to it quickly. Okay? That 8 of Cups, once again, up here, the 8 of Cups was here. To the 6 of Swords moves you into justice. There is something that was unbalanced before all this happened, Leo. Okay? There was something that was really unbalanced that forced you to stand your ground, and it came to you as really, Leo, a message of justice, a balance, of restoring balance to the relationship, restoring balance to your life, restoring balance to your plan. That's the way life works. I mean, I really believe that. That's the way life works. And that's why it came through to clarify those anxieties, to rebalance the whole situation. And you know more than me, put in the comment section, you know more than me that you needed a little bit of an energetic push to get you into the next step, which is that message that came through and kind of changed your life. Yeah. 2 of Swords. One more time. What was that message that came through? We know that they made the decision. He or she made the decision. But what was that message about? Yeah. You got it. Just give me one card. Yeah. 5 of Swords. 2 of Swords, 5 of Swords. It's almost like a clean cutting from something. Yeah, and then you move right into, the Knight of Swords. It happened fast. I'm sorry if it happened really fast for you, Leo. It happened really, really fast. Maybe too fast. But the good thing is, you know, you made the decision. Maybe it happened too fast for you. But the beautiful thing is, it puts you in the position of a Knight of Swords, which is direct communication, fast communication, even more fast communication than that 8 of Wands communication. It's almost like it was a natural response. It came from another place. Maybe you were even channeling. You were even channeling this information from someone else, okay? Or channeling it from the universe or a spirit, okay? And it's okay. It happens. Maybe you were just connecting to your ancestors who were like, that's enough. I don't know the whole story here. But what I can say is that the possibility of this being done in that way was like, no. It was like, no, actually, we're going to do something different. You should always be aware of Leos when they shift. because they will shift, but everything else will have to shift around them. I'm telling you. And usually it's for a good reason. Look at that. 8 of Pentacles. You'll be working on it, and you love working on it, whatever this is. You love what you do. Come on. Let's close them out. Yep. 8 of Pentacles. Page of Wands. Sorry, I'm translating the French into English in my head right now. And I've been in English all week, so. All right, there we go. Come on, let's just close them out with something beautiful. No, let's be very specific. Let's close them out with something beautiful, because this is amazing. I love it. Ooh, 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 ooh. You will never have to return to that. You will never have to return to that, because, you know, it was like cutting the fat, actually. It was really like this new thing comes in and it cuts the fat. The stuff that you were doing that was useless before, that made you feel anxious, anxiety, depressed. It just cut the fat out of that. And now you got something to do. Now you got something to do, okay? Now you got something major to look forward to. You got something that you have always wanted, but you forgot probably. And that's why you had to stand your ground, okay? That's why you had to stand your ground, my friend, all right? So I'm going to go ahead, take one more card, and just drop it on top, just to see. I want to see. Temperance. Spiritual place. Slow moving success, huh? At the bottom here. Slow moving success, but steady. Okay? I love this card, Temperance. It came from a healing space. I wouldn't even doubt that was an angelic interjection into your life. Like, that's enough. Now we got something for you to do. All right? That's what I got for you, Leo. Oh my God, this one was so great. You never know. I mean, for me, I never know what direction it's going to take. And it does take energy, but this one just got me pumped up. Okay? It got me really pumped up. So, thank you so much for liking and subscribing to the channel, guys. Going on year 3 here, which is great. So don't forget to share with your friends, and I will see you next time. Take care, Leo. Bye-bye.